Om. 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 Silent, my friend. Maybe I will invite Sai Satish to give a summary, Sai Satish, as to what was discussed last week, if it's okay.
Hi, Ramanna, if you don't mind, last week I had also missed out, so it will be Kalyani sister, yeah.
It's okay. Kalyani, can you please?
Sai Ram, last time we had discussed the different forms of the different ways that the Prasthana Trayi has been interpreted by different acharyas in the past. So Swami had spoken about Advaita and Vishishta Advaita worship. And we hadn't discussed yet the Dvaita worship. So that's where we were.
Okay, thank you very much. So maybe we will read from the last slide, which was read last week, and we proceed. Thanks.
Sister Vani, do you mind reading?
Sure. Thank you, Sairam. Now about the Upasana in Vishishta Advaita. Is the sadhaka to consider the God whom he yearns to adore as different and separate from him, or as a part of him, associated somehow with him? This is the question. Now, for the answer, the jiva is the soul of the body. God is the soul of the jiva. Having one's faith fixed, thus adoring God is the means that Ramanuja has propagated. All this cosmos is part of him. It is in him. He is the inner motivator and he is present in all. That supreme person can be known only through unflinching devotion. Prapatti, Saranagati, total surrender. Tvameva sarvam mamadeva deva. You are my all, O my God of gods. You are my only master. This is the attitude one has to develop and make one's own. The Upasana sitting near steady worship of Dvaita, the Jivatma and the Paramatma relationship is as the wife-husband relationship. The full free supreme Vishnu is the husband. The master, the lord, the ruler, the provider. The individual is the ruled, the dependent, the wife. This method of sadhana has been taught by Madhavacharya. Without devoted attachment to the lotus feet of the Lord, that is to say, without bhakti, liberation from the cycle of samsara, why even purity of intellect and emotions is impossible of attainment. For those who have the spring of ecstatic devotion to the presence of the Lord within them, though they may not have any text to ponder over, the very contemplation of the beauty, grace, and power of the Lord will give them bliss of superconscious bhakti. One cannot discover what prompts the experience. In that static mood, they discard all sense of shame and personality and yearn to become the beloved of God in blissful union. They will then dance and sing aloud and be merged in genuine joy and ananda. Sadhana in conformity with this faith have been laid down by Madhavacharya. The agony of the lover to attain the beloved is the true sign of Dvaita.
We read these portions last week. I don't think we've gone past this page alone is what we read last week, I think.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
Thank you. So anybody...
Sorry, that's a lot of material. That's why I thought.
Yeah, correct.
So was anything discussed, or I don't know how much was discussed?
We had discussed just the first paragraph here.
Okay.
And we only read the Telugu for the first paragraph.
I see. Auntie, if it's okay, shall we read once Telugu?
Sure. Saira.
Okay.
ఇక విశిష్టాద్వైతోపాసన ఉపాసించతగిన పరమాత్మ తనకు వేరుగా ఉన్నట్లు భావించాలా లేక తనతో కలిసి ఉండినట్లు భావించాలా సాధకుడు? ఇది ప్రశ్న.
Okay, now Vishishtadvaita worship. Worship means, should we treat the Paramatma, Supreme Lord, as someone who is separate, who exists separately, or should we treat the Paramatma as someone who is with whom we are connected, or we are merged, mixed, auntie, Kalisina?
తనతో కలిసిన ఉండట్లు.
Yeah, so whether we are mixed.
As he is associated with us.
Associated. That's a question.
ఇక జవాబు.
Then the answer.
జీవుడు శరీరానికి ఆత్మ.
Jiva is the Atma of the body.
అలాగే దేవుడు జీవునికి ఆత్మ.
In the same way, God is the Atma of the Jiva.
అలా భావించి ఉపాసించుటే రామానుజాచార్యుల విశిష్టాద్వైతోపాసన.
That is the way of worship propagated by Sri Ramanujacharya to relate to the Lord in this manner.
That is Vishishtadvaitopana.
That's Vishishtadvaita Upanishad. That's qualified non-duality.
ఏ సమస్త భూతజాలము ఎవనిలో ఉన్నాయో,
this entire creation in whom they exist,
ఎవడు ఈ సమస్తానికి అంతర్యామిగా వ్యాపించి ఉన్నాడో,
who is the one who is the indweller in all these things,
ఆ పరమపురుష పరమాత్మ అనన్య భక్తితోనే లభ్యము అవుతాడు.
so that supreme person can be attained only through Ananya Bhakti, which is bhakti of with no other distraction.
Unflinching bhakti, you can consider unflinching or
Unflinching, okay, unflinching.
అని పరిజ్ఞాన ప్రవృత్తి పూర్వకంగా పరమ పురుషోపాసన చేయుటయే విశిష్టాద్వైతము.
In this manner, with the state of surrender, the worshipping the Lord is the Vishishtadvaita, qualified monism.
త్వమేవ సర్వం మమ దేవ దేవ నీవే నా గతి.
You alone are everything for me, O Lord. You are my refuge.
నీవే నా పతి అనే అనన్య భావముతో ఉపాసించుట.
You are the only Lord for me, and with that feeling of having nothing else, no one else, worshipping thus is the process.
Yeah. Last time when we were talking about Prapatti Sharanagati,
yes, Auntie.
As a Vaishnavite, I added Prapatti, Sharanagati, and Bharasamarpana. That is one thing for a Vaishnava, it is a must. Yes. Before he passes away, these three things he has to do. Ananya Bhakti, Prapatti, Sharanagati, surrender, and Bharasamarpana is also a kind of surrendering ourselves to the Lord. So these things are have to be done by Vaishnavite.
Yeah, I think Swami, all the burdens are surrendered.
Bharamanta Samarpana.
Yeah, Swami says, Dhanadhara Dharani Sarva Bhara Samarpanam. Like that, Swami says.
Yeah, that is instead of Bhara Samarpanam, it has become Bhara Samarpanam.
Yes, but I think
it is done like that.
Yeah, but both sort of meaning the same. So
same.
Anyone who would like to discuss any of the points, please open them. I guess if everyone is fine, we can read the second part. Yes, Sanjay.
This Vishishtadvaita Dvaita is a little bit easier for us to wrap our head around, to consider God as, or consider ourselves smaller than God, and then to worship God. This thing is a little bit hard to, I obviously, it's a well-established um, path, but very hard to understand. How do you remain separate when you're within something? What does it mean to remain separate when you're part of something? What does that actually mean? And also when this Ananya Bhakti, it's devotion without a second. So if there is no second, where is the second? Yeah, it's a little bit hard to wrap my head around. So maybe we can discuss a little bit.
Sure, sure. Anyone who would like to comment on this, please? I'll open it. Yes, Sai Satish.
Sorry, Amanda. So for the first one, what Sanjana was mentioning, I think the child in the womb of the mother we can take that bit of understanding to essence a bit of what Vishishtadvaita is. Because at that point in time, the child is having its individuality because the fetus exists and all of that. The child is to be born, but at the same time, it is enveloped within the mother on all sides. Like Swami would say, I'm in you, with you, above you, below you, around you. That kind of a feeling in that sense, the child growing in the womb of the mother is still having that identity, but part of the mother. Because for the outside world, it still the perception of that person may be just as one. So of course, yeah, physiologically it may seem different, but for the child growing in the womb, it would still essence that individuality, but still it is joined with the mother. So maybe that covers that aspect. But I'll stop here, Sarah.
Thank you, Sai Satish. Would anyone else like to share your thoughts, please? Yes, Santi.
Sai brother, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear, brother.
Sorry. Usually, the example given in the Vishdadvaitam, everybody will know, recollect that the body of God, we are the limbs. That's the example they give. So, for example, eye or hand or leg of the God are the jivas. So, the body is the every limb is part of the body, but connected as a whole. So the body cannot function without hand or eye or ear or nose or anything. So hand or eye or any instrument is part of the body. Similarly, in the Godhead, the jivas are part. So all jivas joined together make up that body. That's what they are example they used to give. I will stop with one. Anybody can comment on this one. Thank you, Sairam.
Sairam, brother. Thank you. Yes, Mani Auntie, please go ahead.
Sairam, I wanted to echo the same idea given by Shivadasan. For example, our leg is a separate limb or a hand is a separate limb. But at the same time, they are part of the body. So if body is taken together, God is taken together, we are a part of Him. But we cannot claim that we are not like Advaita, I am that Brahman. No, we cannot do that. And neither Dvaita also. Dvaita treats that Bhagavan is separate and we are not that, we are a separate one. So not that way, but we are a part of that Lord, and ultimately we become, we will remain as a part of the body of Lord. Saira.
Thank you, Auntie. Thank you. Anyone else? Yes, Sanjay, please go ahead.
If I could just add to the question based on what has been said. So, what is the destination in Vishishtadvaita through the process of through this bhakti, through the process of birth and death? What is considered the destination in this one?
Good question, Sanjay. I'll open it up for others. So, where does Ramanujacharya want us to go? Where is he planning to take us? Or is this the destination? I will stop there. Yes, anyone who would like to?
That is the destination. Actually, we can understand that. We can understand that we are part of God. Truly, that is the destination, actually. But the mythological stories say they go to Vaihundam and enjoy. That's a different story. But philosophically, we don't usually feel that like that. No? We are part of that, part of God. No? So if we can truly understand that, then we together we make the God. No, that's the thing I think. That's what I think. Okay, thanks, Jairam.
Thank you very much, brother. Thank you. Yes, Sai Satish, please go ahead.
Hi, Ramana. In the analogy that Swami had used with the sugar cane and from the sugar cane getting the sweet sugarcane juice as Advaita, then crystallizing that sweetness as sugar as Vishishta Advaita, and then of course there's the ant that enjoys the sugar as Dvaita. Swami would say the Vishishtamina Advaitamu, it is that is where the sugar can be added to anything. It can be stored and it can be added. Swami had mentioned that in the discourse. So that way, in anything that we approach, of course, the end state is to essence at the level of Advaita, but then the closest that one can get to Advaita is Vishishta Advaita. So that way, enjoying that sweetness of the Lord as Purnamada, Purnamidam, and all of that, the closest that one can get to that state of being in that realm of sweetness while yet holding the mortal coil frame. So the destination is, I think, essence, being able to essence the Iha and Para. It becomes like a transition. Even as the circle is on the inside, the circle moves within a bigger circle and then the circle vanishes. So in that framework of essencing, um, uh, we know that in the gradient thing we are all going, yeah, in one sense I think the journey is from Dvaita to Advaita, but where Vishishta Advaita comes is it's able to essence a bit of the threshold of where the Dvaita and Advaita is, and then the last phase of where I think the Dvaita vanishes off, so that way the journey of that Jiva into being truly becoming one with the Advaitic nature, this comes the closest to it. But I'll stop here, sir.
Thank you, Sai Satish. Thank you. Any other comments? So, Sanjay, what do you think?
No, I don't have thoughts. I'm just contemplating on it. This is all coming off of, I think Sister Shivani had asked a question last week about uh, it's why what Swami says. Why is it so difficult for us to get to this point of Advaita? You know what Swami's message is. And all this is coming from just ruminating over that question. So yeah, just questions so far.
Thank you very much, Sanjay. Yeah, it's a very, the question is, it's not only how you feel. When we don't feel that we are part, we do more damage to ourselves and the world. I had his recent talk, I had, talked about the story of a guru whose feet were being massaged by disciples, 2 feet disciples, and they were fighting over which feet is better. They forget that the feet is part of the Lord. And they will say this feet is separate. They want to remove it and then they want to fix it back. Okay, so that kind of a thing. So the Vishishtadvaita is the necessary step to even Dvaita. Unless you feel that we are one with the Lord, we are a part of the Lord, we are not separate. Separate means then you become Dvaita. But we will hold on to the Lord. That type of Swami wants us to progress. So the progress of spirituality, I think, is from dualism to monism, non-dualism ultimately, and Vishishtadvaitam is an essential step. But do the Vishishtadvaitins know that they are going to end up in Advaita? That's a different story. Because I think they are satisfied with that enjoyment of the Lord in that tasting the sugar. They say we don't want to become the sugar. But I think that's what they keep as the goal. But Swami would say that's okay because that is a natural progression to the ultimate final state. So we don't have to worry even if you take that as the end state of that phase. It's like, I'm studying in 8th standard. You're doing a degree means bachelor's degree, or that's your goal at that point in time. Once you do that, when maybe after you have that degree, then you will see, okay, what else can I study? I think that's the way to look at it. So I think these are intermediary. It's another concept I think we discussed is the Krama Mukti. Krama Mukti means gradual Mukti. But each stage is also Mukti, like Salokya Mukti, Sarupya Mukti, Samipya Mukti, Sayujya Mukti. So Mukti also has stages. So I think to that extent, this Prapatti itself is a state of Mukti. I think Swami says there are 3 kinds of Muktis. Tavevaham,
Mamaivatvam. Okay.
Yes, please go ahead, Kalyani.
I don't know.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, Tvamevaham,
Tvameva.
Mamaivatvam.
Tvamevaham is the ultimate. Okay. Mamaiva tvam, tvamevaham.
Yeah.
Tavevaham. Tava eva aham, that means yours am I. Mama eva tvam, you are mine. And the final one is tvameva aham. Swami says all 3 are surrenders. So that means in their own way, they also surrender. So Prapatti is, Swami says, Tvameva Sarva Mamadeva is the final state. No, Tvameva, that is Tvameva Aham, Taveva Aham, I am yours. I am yours is the Vishishtadvaita path. So that itself is a destination for that phase of spiritual growth.
Excuse me, Sairam.
Yes, Auntie.
Can you repeat those 3?
Mama iva tvam, you are mine.
1 minute, I want to write now. No.
Mama eva tvam is mama.
Mamaivatvam.
So it's mama eva tvam. Mine alone are you. Okay, then tavaivaham. Tava eva aham.
Tavaivaham. Yeah.
Tava eva aham become tavaivaham. Then aham eva tvam. Or tvamevaham. Both are okay. Tvam eva aham eva tvam. Tvam eva aham. Or aham eva tvam.
Yeah.
Both means I and you are one.
When we say mamaivatvam,
yes,
I am yours.
Yes. No. Mama eva tvam means mine are you.
Oh, that means possessive.
Very possessive.
Very possessive. Yeah.
You are
And
mine. Yes, you are mine. Yes.
you are mine.
Yes.
And then the second one is
I am yours.
I am yours. Okay. And then I am you.
Yes, I and you are one.
Yeah.
I think Sai Satish, please go ahead. It's all
Sai
yours.
Ravana.
Tave
Yeah,
eva.
thank you. Sai Ravana. I was going to say Mamevatvam is Satyabhama, Tavevaham is Rukmini, and Twamevaham is Radha.
Okay.
Okay. Rukmini,
Satyabhama is possessive.
possessive.
You are mine. No one can, I can't share you with others.
No. Everybody. She is so possessive about Lord.
The Rukmini is I am yours.
Yeah.
And Radha is I and you are one.
Yeah. And then Radha is the last one.
Yes.
Sairam.
Yes, Kalyani.
I was just wondering, is there any difference between prapatti and sharanagati? They both have similar meaning.
Generally, they are considered as same, but prapatti means in all ways, in every way, I'm your surrender. Okay, so it is considered slightly higher. Prapanna, I think Prapanna Parijata, that's even Arjuna, though he surrendered to Krishna initially, at the end he says, I am Prapanna and you teach me. That was instruction. Only after that, Krishna starts teaching the Bhagavad Gita. Okay. Prapan knows me, I think he says, if I remember correctly, my memory.
Shadimam tvam prapannam.
Okay, that's one.
The one where the story that I think we had discussed one time where there was a Brahmin and Vishnu he was in trouble. Somebody was trying to beat him, and then Vishnu goes to protect him, and then he turns around saying that, oh, he doesn't need my help anymore because he started hitting back, and with his own self-effort, he was, so, I mean, I'm just wondering, like, how do you determine when do you act and when do you surrender?
Draupadi also tried to hold on to the sari, and when she let go, then Krishna came to her.
We recited the example of Gajendra Moksham also last time. Remember?
Yeah, but
Draupadi
I think
also.
Auntie Kalyani is asking, what should we do? Should we make some effort, or should we just leave everything?
I just told her the same thing. We have to make our effort. Our effort is very important, and only then Bhagavan, if you then surrender yourself completely to him, then he will come and grace us.
Yeah, so I think if somebody is beating us, I think that's where Kalyani is going.
Yes,
Somebody is starting beating. What should she do? Should she just call out to Krishna, or should she fight back?
Fight back until you can.
But then God won't come. She's worried, Krishna is turning around.
Until energy is there in us, as far as possible, we'd have to put forth our effort. Then, when we fail, like the Gajendra, then call out to him. Draupadi also, as far as possible, she was trying to protect herself. And then when she found that she is helpless, then she called out to the Lord.
So, Kalyani,
I can also...
Yes, please go ahead.
Ramakrishna Paramhamsa example is that Kalyani told, no? So, another example Ramakrishna gave is very so beautiful, small. One time Rama, he to drink water in a pond, he put his bow and arrow. The arrow will land into the soil. In that way, he put that bow and arrow and drank water. And when he came, he found this blood at the end of the arrow because the arrow pierced through a frog. So Rama asked, "Oh frog, why didn't you cry out when I landed the arrow?" "No, Rama, when others are hurting me, I call you Rama, Rama. When you yourself are hurting me, whom can I call?" So that is what here it was full, complete surrender. Is we think that whatever the suffering it is, we have to silently accept it. That's a complete surrender. That story in the Kalyani story, the Doberman should have waited getting the beating, but in the halfway he got disbelief of Narayana, and he started to beat him back to the Dovi. So that's what half Saranagati, quasi surrender. They say that. Brother, did you get it? But my language wasn't poor actually.
So I understood, brother. So the thing is, see, in the spiritual path, see, there are two surrenders, the way I understand. Somebody is beating me. So I think God is somewhere far. God is somewhere far, and you have to call out to Him. So actually, we are going from a Dvaita aspect only. Okay. We don't think we are part of God. We don't think God is in the other person. Then there is no spirituality involved. There is only selfishness involved. So that doesn't even figure in the spiritual world, which is what actually that story is all about. That washerman was not calling out to the Lord with the sense of any spiritual element. I am being beaten by somebody else. Oh God, you come and help. So it's only a Dvaita Bhava. So in a Dvaita Bhava, it's a very complex. Because you think everyone is different, only God is there, somewhere separate. Surrender comes pretty tough. Okay. So that is where this confusion comes, Kalyani. When do I stop? When do I don't? Because even in a Dvaita Bhava, a devotee thinks I am the servant of the Lord. So there is some relationship. But when you have that relationship, if once you call out the Lord, you wait for the Lord to respond. The problem was you called out and then the faith vanished. Maybe he will not answer, then you take matters into your hands. I think that is the problem. So from a prapatti perspective, you'll always believe that I am part of the Lord. And the Lord is in the other person also. And that type of surrender is different. So the classic example of such surrender is people like Prahlada, Meera, because they saw God everywhere. Even in the poison which Meera was given, she saw Krishna. So the thing is, that is devotion. The surrender means we should not think, okay, I put my hand up or I wave the white flag. So in spirituality, the surrender is different. You need to feel that you are part of God. God is your savior. With that devotion, if we surrender only, God will answer. So then we can ask what happened to Draupadi. Draupadi, Krishna was there. But I think there was some element of ego which was there. And that had to go before the Lord can intervene. So surrender wasn't complete. Even though she was calling out, it was not complete is the way I would put. But in terms of human effort, I will leave it to anyone to say, what they want to do. And a final surrender, no, you don't make any effort. See, I think there are two types of surrender, Swami says. One is the I think it's Marjara Bhakti and Markata Bhakti. Marjara is a kitten.
Yeah.
Kitten will just lie down and mew. The mother has to come, find, and take it. Markata means you, like a monkey, you have to hold tight. Markata Bhakti is Dvaita. Marjara Bhakti is Vishishtadvaita. Where you think I am my mother's, I just lie down and mew, mew. And so I think it depends on each devotee how they want to surrender. Whether you want to surrender like the monkey or monkey kid or like the kitten. I will just stop there.
So that means this is even self-effort in maintaining your body, like feeding your body, like we, at that highest level of surrender, then you wouldn't even make any effort to maintain this body.
You maintain the body because the body belongs to the Lord, not because the body belongs to you. The body belongs to the Lord. You have borrowed it. Like there's a nice Kabir song, Jini Re Chini Chadariya, so you have to keep the body is a cloth which God has lent you. You have to wash it, you have to keep it in good trim, because when you leave, you have to give it back and go. See, actually, he says these are devotees who took good care of the body and gave it back. That is what Kabir says. So you maintain the body only because this body doesn't belong to you, the body belongs to the Lord. He has lent you for your journey. So you may do the same things, but the attitude with which we do will be different. Yes, I Satish.
Sorry, man, I just lost my trail of thought.
Surrendered the thought, you said.
Yeah, yeah, so true. I was just, I'll come back, Anna. I really lost my thought now. I'll hold on.
Yes, I think somebody can sing the song. Sudamana audited Jaridri. I mean, Sudama washed his clothes nicely and gave back, like the Dhruv Prahlada, Sudamana, or, they are Dhruv, Prahlada, Sudama, they all washed their clothes very nicely and gave it back.
Sai Ram,
Yes, Saira.
Markata Nyaya, what we say, the monkey has to hold on to the mother's womb. If it leaves, then it will fall off.
Yes.
So that means here prapatti, does it come under this Vaishishtadvaita, come under Markata Bhakti?
No.
No. Huh?
Because in Markata, there's a sense of I am, I have to hold on to you, I am, you are mine, type of thing.
Okay.
Whereas I don't say I am yours.
No, it doesn't.
The cat bhakti is, kitten bhakti is, I am yours. You take care whatever you
You
do.
take on. That's
Okay.
correct.
So in the case of Markata, it's you are mine. So I am holding on to you, possessing. That's what it means. So Vishishtadvaita, I don't think comes there in terms of prapatis, the way I understand. Because you think you are separate and you have to make an effort. Sai Satish.
And I was just going to say that I think it has to come to a point of how Radha was dealing with this. No, like when her sister was troubling her, Chandrika, and so on, she would say, Krishna, why are you troubling me? So it is more like even when that part of the washerman and that Brahmin getting beaten, if that Brahmin is able to stand there and say, Vishnu, why are you troubling me? Then I think it changes the whole way that the, the whole of the equation revolves. Like how at that point in time, even for the frog, it said that, oh Rama, you're what could I say? But then it could have always called out because it's now directly the Lord doing. But ultimately, it is at that point in time what the frog saw. If we are able to see in anybody else as that is happening, I think then at that point in time we could say the frog didn't even have to call out for help. For whatever it is, because it is essence that Rama in everyone. So in every situation, I think if it goes to a level, then the one who is literally doing that, it's being, because in a, to drive the car on in a very safe traffic is very fine. When the traffic is going helter skelter and all of that, like a war scenario is happening, ma anusmara yuddha cha kind of a thing is what is, I think, expected in those kind of scenario, where the person who is coming at you with all of that, whatever they have to do, being established that it is ultimately my Swami who is in control and nothing will happen without him, his will coming into play, I think will help essence. So I'm just seeing how Radha was always seeing that as Krishna, the mischief maker, whether it was for good or for bad.
Thank you, Saishasis. You nicely elaborated that story well. See, I don't think people really understand what that frog story is. That frog, whenever others heard it, it was calling out to Rama. Because it thought the person who is hurting is somebody else. But when Rama happened, she only realized it was Rama. That means the person who hurts you is Rama. That realization dawned on the frog. So what happened? Rama came without even calling. So Rama was there because the frog was always calling out to Rama. So it reached a state where whenever a hurt comes, it's Rama who is hurting. Okay, it reached that state. So Rama spoke to it. As that's how I would put it. It's like Radha saying, Krishna, why are you tormenting me? So that is actually a progress of a devotee to a state where you see everything which is happening to you as being caused by the Lord or as being done by the Lord. So I think that's a real understanding, because he didn't have a need to even call out Rama. Because when Rama himself is involved in the process, which is what's happening to all of us at all times, but we don't call out to him. We don't even realize that it's the Lord who is doing it. I'll stop there. Yes, Kalyani wanted to ask something.
So, I think so based on all the discussion that we've had so far, is it fair to say that surrender is not something that you do at the end after you've tried everything and you feel that you can't do anymore? Then it's not something like that, but it's something that you should do in every action. You should have that sense of surrender.
It's a natural state. It's a
Okay.
natural state of every devotee. It's not a separate activity, separate effort. It's a continuous state of existence as a devotee. At every point in time, that should be every thought where it should be there. It's not when somebody is beating us up.
So that state would be that you would do your act and you would not, whatever positive or negative happens, you just take that as the grace of God.
Yes.
Just like when Draupadi let go, she just let it, let it go, and no matter what happens. So I was just thinking then that like in Gajendra and Draupadi's story, when they let go and when they stop that self-effort, does that mean we stop doing karma, or is it that we do this akarma in karma, like we reach a state of doing effortless action or something?
See, what was happening to them, the devotion was partial. Okay, until that moment. And when they let go everything, they put 100% effort on devotion. Before it was 50-50. 50% of our effort is devotion, 50% is self-effort. But when they let go, 100% devotion. That's what it means. She may have still held on to the sari, but the surrender was 100%. Okay. I think that's where we think we just lie down, like the kitten. That's also okay. But your effort should be 100% devotion, 100% prayer. Before that, Swami says, you are part-time devotee looking for full-time benefits. We are all part-time devotees, that's the problem. So when you become, surrender is full-time devotion, full-time devotee, if you want to get full-time reward. Okay. Yes, sister.
Sairam, brother. So in that case, the surrender, until we think as we are doing surrender or thing, do you think that is the Visistha Advaita and or Dvaita kind of?
You will not think that you are surrendered.
Yeah.
Yes.
If we think,
If you think you are
then
surrendering, you are not surrendered.
okay. So calling out,
You call out, but you don't think, okay, God, now I am surrendering to you.
yeah,
That's why I said you don't, it's not waving a flag.
okay. That is okay. See, Draupadi's case, Draupadi at the end he called out to the Krishna. Is that the state is Vasistha Vasistha
Okay.
Advaita or that is
So,
the Vasistha Advaita because she find the separation to call out to the Lord, right? So when I'm trying to get an example when you Advaita come.
Advaita, you don't need to call out.
Call
So
out,
let's
right?
not.
Okay.
Don't call
So when a person beat or anything, they don't feel it kind of, you will think, right? They don't have that surrender until you have a surrender perspective or anything, that is comes under Visistha Advaita or Dvaita only.
So we can
Advaita, they
analyze.
won't.
We can analyze how Draupadi. Maybe it's a good exercise. Draupadi as a Dvaitin, Dvaipati as Vishtadvaitin, Draupadi as Advaitin. We'll go from Advaitin. If Draupadi is Advaitin, everything is one. Whether you wear your sari or not doesn't matter. Sari is Brahman. Without sari also it's Brahman. There's no distinction. Okay. Then where's the need to cry? Where's the need to call? But in the case of Draupadi, as a Vishishta Advaitin, see, she did not call out to Krishna, Krishna, help me. That's what she was asking initially. Once she went into the Hridaya, she's forgot the body. Once you forgot the body, the Lord takes care of your yoga kshema. See, when you say Ananya Bhakti, you don't think anything else other than the Lord. Then the Lord takes care of everything. That's what, he says, Ananyas chintayanto mam ye jana paripasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam bhava. That means she's not even thinking of the body. That it's as soon as you think of a body, there's another thought. It's an anya. So she reached a state where she realized the futility of even protecting her body. She said, I will just think of you. She forgot even the body. She only when you forget the body, she will leave the sari, holding on to it. So she reached that state. See, sometimes during difficulty, we are forced to, we try, and then you just say, Swami, nothing matters, only you matter. My body doesn't matter, my suffering doesn't matter. Only you matter. I want to only hold on to you. That is what Draupadi happened. And then the Lord says, I will take care of the yoga kshema. It is, but what we do, okay, Lord, let me surrender so you will, take care. And no, that is tricky. That is business. Business is not surrender. So Draupadi at reached point, he said, the only thing which I want to think about is you. Not my sari, not about Dushasana, not about Duryodhana, nothing. That is total surrender. That's Prapatti Saranagati. It's not a technique. to get God's grace. We should be very, very clear. God, I have surrendered to you now means, you think God is. That's,
Very nice. Thank you so much.
Like if Draupadi, for example, she in the beginning, she just didn't even try to protect herself, then wouldn't it be that she's not really doing her duty or her kartavya, her duty to protect the body? She's not doing that. Wouldn't we say that?
she realized the futility of trying. Okay, let me put it that way. You understand? We try. At some point, you realize the futility. Then you don't worry about it. You say, Lord, I tried. It's not working now. I'm only going to think of you.
Yeah, so it kind of comes back to you still have to try. You still have to put in some self-effort, but
She
then
tried. No, she tried. But but she needn't have tried. She could have gone straight to that also. So that I think it's a level of maturity, the level of our own maturity of practicing abhyasa of surrender. It's actually it's all in. We can again go back to the 12th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Okay, it's the same thing. So Krishna says, "Machit, mat bhakta." You think of only me. All that. Okay, but the thing is, if you're not able to go there, you try. So you see, we should understand Draupadi was also a bhakta who was striving to become a great devotee. Of course, she achieved such a pinnacle state of devotee. So I think in her own maturity also, that's also a progress. At that point in time, the surrender becomes full. I think that's the way we should take, because every opportunity the life throws at you is an opportunity for you to refine and perfect your bhakti. So Draupadi was thrown that opportunity and she passed with flying colors. I think that's the way to look at it. So during that process, she grew as a great devotee. And I think we can also try to grow. I think that's the way to look at it. But once you reach that final state, you don't need to go back. Okay, every time you don't have to do that. See, let's take Prahlada. Did Prahlada call out to Narayana each time? No, he didn't. He just thought Narayana, Narayana, Narayana. He didn't ask for a particular problem to be solved. So Prahlada is such a great devotee. Okay, so he was totally in the state of surrender. Prahlada didn't fight his father. Prahlada didn't resist being thrown, from the mountain. But the thing is, he made effort, 100% effort in thinking of Narayana. We should know that is also effort. Prayer is also effort. Okay, so Draupadi became Prahlada. The way I would address it.
I think there was one, maybe a discourse or Bhagavad Vahini where Swami saying, like in that moment, Draupadi said, we have surrendered everything our whole life to you. So this is not an insult or injury to me, but it's an insult or injury to you. And so
That's trying to convince the Lord to, show some. It's okay. I think we also say, Swami, we pray to you all the time. Please. I think it's something similar to that, I would say. Swami tells these, we are all in different states of our own devotion. So he gives some examples of these devotees. So we can pick some model some example which we can emulate. That prayer is also okay. It's a good prayer. We can say, Swami, you can list all the things which you have done and say, oh, Swami, what about this? And it's okay. So it's okay. I think we should not beat ourselves up if we are not surrendering fully. Because that surrender is a natural state. It's not a contrived state. It's something which you grow into. Once you grow into that state, it's a natural process. Okay, it is not a one-time action. This surrender is not one-time action. It's something in which we have to grow into. Okay, so I hope. I think some of the Swami has covered in many discourses.
This Jivatma and Paramatma relationship is wife and husband relationship, Swami says.
Where is it, Auntie? That's why I want to read Telugu. I think we haven't read the Telugu piece, no?
Telugu, I think, I did
We
not.
have not read the Telugu piece.
Yeah,
I think we'll stop.
I'll read.
That was the main reason I wanted to read the Telugu.
Dvaitopasana, pati patni sambandame,
Okay.
Jivatma Paramatma sambandam kudanu, అవ్యయుడై విష్ణు భగవానుని తన పతిగా భర్తగా భరించేవానిగా తాను భరింపబడే వానిగా ద్వైత భావముతో ఉపాసించుటయే అని మధ్వాచార్యులు ప్రబోధించిరి.
Next one, Santi.
ఓకే. భగవంతుని చరణాసక్తి లేనిదే జీవన్ముక్తి మాట అటుంచి కనీసం బుద్ధిశుద్ధి కావటం వద కూడా అసంభవము అంటారు మధ్వాచార్యులు.
Okay, so the word Swami has used pati and patni. Wife and husband is not necessarily a good translation of those two words.
First Swami is saying,
yes,
Dvaitopasana.
Yes.
பதி பத்னி சம்பந்தமே அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டாரு. First meaning itself.
Pati patni, the normal translation is husband and wife. Okay.
But జీవాత్మ పరమాత్మ సంబంధము కూడాను.
Yes. So the pati and patni, we should right away take Vishnu and Lakshmi or Shiva and Parvati. What is their relationship is what we should say. Actually, they are equal, but they are interdependent. Is Shiva greater or Parvati greater is the question. So, Prakriti and Purusha. I think so. The whole problem is Patni means not necessarily. Patni means that which is dependent on the Pati for its nurturing and nourishment. I think that's it. I think Swami is the second. He's telling, he's the Bharta.
భర్తగా పతిగా భర్తగా భరించేవానిగా తాను భరింపబడేవానిగా.
So the Lord is the one who bears the burden. Bharta is nothing but someone who bears the burden. Bharincha means he carries me, or he lifts, who supports. And his Pati means master is not one who protects. Pati is one who means to protect. So one who protects is the Pati. One who bears the burden is the Pati. One who supports is the Pati. One who is the provider is the Pati. So the thing is, so it's also surrender only. So once you say husband and wife in this feminist world, people will all take up arms. We are not dependent, we are independent, all that. Like some organizations also say we are independent. But the thing is, Pati and Patni means one who lets herself being protected by Pati. So I think that's a way to look at. But wife, husband, it's people will get confused, is my personal view. I think that's the reason Swami wrote all the roles in this third line. See, individual is ruled, the dependent, the wife. That's all.
No, the first word, అవ్యయుడై విష్ణు భగవానుని తన పతిగా. అవ్యయుడై.
Yes. One who doesn't undergo any diminishment. Avyayudu. And the one, he is the Pati means one who is the protector is a better word rather than say husband and I am the wife. That's my point. Because the meaning people take is a bit diluted and it's very worldly. So I'll leave it at that. Okay, sorry.
What were the three roles? Sorry, the three roles were Pati and Bharta is supporter?
Bharta means one who bears the burden.
Oh. And the last one,
Bharinchuta means one who supports also. You can say. It's like, people, you carry the wife, you see it in films. So it is, pati means one who protects, not the master. Generally the translation is master. The word is, the action is one who protects pati. It's not the boss. When you put master, people think, oh, husband is the boss and wife is, no, it's not like that. That's why I said the translation, diminishes. It becomes vyaya, the meaning itself. It's not avyaya. Okay, so.
Then why Swami says, Dvaita bhavamato upasinchutaye ani Madhvacharyalu prapodinchidi.
So this is the Dvaita Bhava which Madhvacharya proposed.
Yeah.
See, even in, I don't know, Saiva Siddhanta means Brother Sivadas will say, Pati Pashu Pasa. All the Pashus, all the Jivatmas are looked after by the Pati.
Ishvara.
Ishvara. Okay, so the protector is Pati. So once you put wife, husband, it becomes very, people may not understand what is being communicated, is my view. Okay.
Yes.
Then right away they will attach gender, and becomes a very confusing subject. But one of the Nayaki Nayaka Bhava is also a devotion, but that's only one type of devotion. It's even in our Suprabhatam, the last verse, Sita Sati Sama Vishuddha Hridambujata Bhakvankana Karagrihit Supushpahara. Means they are waiting with garlands. Okay,
Yeah.
like Sita and Sati, like the Parvati, Sati and Sita, who were devout, who wanted to marry the Lord. But that marriage is Jivatma Paramatma merging, becoming one. That's the way to understand. That's why I will leave it at that. I think everyone is quiet. Sorry.
should we read the rest of this one? The next.
Please read. Please read.
I think Sister Vani did read
Yeah,
this
sure.
part. Or
Yeah, sure, I can go ahead again. Without devoted attachment to the lotus feet of the Lord, that is to say, without bhakti, liberation from the cycle of samsara, why even purity of intellect and emotions is impossible of attainment. For those who have the spring of ecstatic devotion to the presence of the Lord within them, though they may not have any text to ponder over, the very contemplation of the beauty, grace, and power of the Lord will give them bliss of superconscious bhakti. One cannot discover what prompts the experience. In that ecstatic mood, they discard all sense of shame and personality and yearn to become the beloved of God in blissful union. They will then dance and sing aloud and be merged in genuine joy and ananda. Sadhana in conformity with this faith have been laid down by Madhvacharya. The agony of the lover to attain the beloved is the true sign of Dvaita Upasana, worship using external means, dualistic philosophy. This has been elaborated in 1,000 ways by others who came after.
Very nice.
Yeah. With devoted association, yes. That's what. భగవంతుని చరణాసక్తి లేనిదే జీవన్ముక్తి అటుంచి కనీసం బుద్ధిశుద్ధి కావటం కూడా అసంభవము అంటారు మధ్వాచార్యులు.
Auntie, is that the first sentence?
Yeah, I think the without devoted attachment to the lotus feet of Lord.
Oh, okay. So we have already covered the Dvaitopasana Pati Patna Sambandhame. Other lines. Okay. I don't think maybe we will just go through once again, Auntie, so everyone's benefit. I think we just jumped into some discussion.
Dvaitopasana. Okay. Dvaitopasana. Pati Patni Sambandhame.
The Dvaita worship is the one who protects and the one who is protected, that relationship.
Jivatma Paramatma Sambandham Kudanu.
That is the relationship of the Jivatma and the Paramatma.
Avyayudai Vishnu Bhagavanuni Tana Patiga.
So the one who is Vishnu, who is ever doesn't diminish in any way, him as the one who protects,
Bhartaga Barinchevaniga.
one who supports and one who bears the burdens,
Tanu Barimpabadevaniga.
considering oneself as the one who is being supported.
Dvaita Bhavmuto Upasinchutaye Yani Madhvacharyalu Prabodhinchiri.
That is the way to worship the Lord with this dualistic feeling, is what Madhvacharya taught.
Then this paragraph.
Yes, Auntie. Yes.
భగవంతుని చరణాసక్తి లేనిదే జీవన్ముక్తి మాట అటుంచి కనీసం బుద్ధిశుద్ధి కావటం కూడా అసంభవము అంటారు మధ్వాచార్యులు.
Madhvacharya says that even the cleansing of the buddhi is not possible, and even Jivan Mukta state.
Unless you have the భగవంతుని చరణాసక్తి.
So unless you have the power of the feet of the Lord,
జీవన్ ముక్తి అట ఉంచి, you keep that జీవన్ ముక్తి, that
side
on the side.
Yes.
And then he says, at least even the cleansing of our heart will not be possible unless a person has bhakti.
Okay, thank you. So without the power of the feet of the Lord, not only, let alone Jivan Mukta state, one cannot even achieve the purity of one's buddhi.
మునులు ఆత్మారాములు అయిన వారికి లౌకిక గ్రంథాలు లేకపోయినను,
so the rishi sages and those who have become the Atma Rama themselves, even if they do not have worldly texts,
సూదంటు రాయి లాంటి శ్రీహరి కళ్యాణ గుణముల విశేషం వల్ల, సూదంటు అంటే ఇది
needle and the
from the needle up to the rocks, రాయలు.
Yes. So from the pin to the rocks,
శ్రీహరి కళ్యాణ గుణములు,
the qualities or the gunas of the God Sri Hari,
విశేషం వల్ల,
due to that,
భక్తి పారవశ్యం వారికి
kalugut. So they attain such ecstasy of devotion.
ఆ పారవశ్యములో సిగ్గు బీడియములు వదిలి శ్రీహరిలో ఐక్యతకు సంసిద్ధుడగనునియు.
In that state of ecstasy, they give up shame, fear, everything, and
శ్రీహరిలో ఐక్యతకు సంసిద్ధుడుగనియు,
they are ready to merge with Lord.
నృత్యము చేయుననియు,
they dance,
బిగ్గరగా కీర్తనలు చేయుననియు.
they also sing devoted songs.
బిగ్గరగా means louder.
Love, okay.
Loud singing.
Okay. I said devotion, maybe okay. With love, okay.
With love. అసలైన ఆనందాన్ని అనుభవిస్తాడనియు,
they experience the real bliss.
ఈ విశ్వాసాన్ని ఉపాసనం చేస్తూ ఉంటారు.
This faith is worshipped and they remain with that worship.
ఈ విధంగా పరానురక్తితో ప్రధానత కలిగి,
so in this manner they have this attachment or attachment to the Supreme, and they keep that they keep it as the priority. Yes, important.
Anuraktiton.
Para anuraktito.
Anuраktito.
So anuraktina attachment
Attachment.
to the Supreme.
Okay.
Para anurakti means highest anurakti, because every attachment which we have in this world is anurakti only. But this paranurakti means bhakti only. Supreme.
ప్రధానత కలిగి ఉపాసనను జరుపుటే మధ్వాచార్యులు వారి అభిమతము.
So that is what, so you keep that as the most important, and that is the opinion of the Madhvacharya.
వేనోళ్ళ చాటారు, 1000 నోళ్ళ, thousands of.
So really, thousands of times he repeatedly said this.
పతిని పొందు నిమిత్తమై సతీపతి పరితాపమే అద్వైతోపాసన అన్నారు. It comes to the same thing.
So the Advaita Upasana is the we went to Advaita.
He has gone to Advaita now. No, Madhvacharya.
Yes, okay. With that charter, then now we have gone into Advaita.
Advaita.
So Swami says,
Pati
so the Bharitapam means they are yearning for each other of the Patini Pondutaka Nimittamai. So the thing is for reaching the Pati, the person who protects, or the Lord, Satipati Paritapami, the yearning of the Sati, one who is attached, is Advaita.
Yeah. Swami just introduces that Advaita.
Yes. Sorry, we will, I think a lot of material. Yes.
Sai Ram, so where is Advaita in here? It says Dvaita Upasana.
Yeah, we went into the next.
Okay.
We already mentioned Advaita.
Okay.
Sorry. I think must be the next paragraph in English must be.
I found this sentence in the same paragraph. That's why I read it.
Yes, I know. In Telugu, it's the same paragraph.
Telugu, it is later.
Okay, I thought we missed that part. Okay. So here also it says blissful union. Union with, like, is this union with, God? Union with God is...
I see, Aikyata is the word to feel one with the Lord. I think it's better than union. Okay, a state of oneness.
Which is Advaita.
That is why it's called Vishishta Advaita.
Okay. Now this is Dvaita though.
There's a qualification, but it is Advaita only. No, I see.
This is Dvaita.
Oh, this is Dvaita also.
Dvaita.
I am lost.
All one now.
What I get this here is భక్తి పారవశ్యం వారికి కలుగుతూ వస్తుందనియు ఆ పారవశ్యములో సిగ్గు బిడియములు వదిలి శ్రీహరిలో ఐక్యతము సంసిద్ధుడుగనియు. I think this that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was completely one with the Lord because of when he finds that bliss, he forgets about shame and fear and everything, and he dances and he sings loudly. That is Bhakti Parvashyam.
Okay. It's a Hare Krishna people dancing.
Hare Krishna people.
Yeah, they follow that similar.
But we also understand this bliss and devotion through this way of experiencing.
Yeah.
Yes, we also have a lot of glimpses of it. Yes.
When Swami says, మునులు ఆత్మారాములు అయిన వారికి లౌకిక గ్రంథాలు లేకపోయినను, they don't have any
worldly
textual this thing, is it? Or
Laukika Granthalu means which is related to the world, auntie. That's why I'm surprised. It's not scriptures.
The ChatGPT had translated it as attachment. Could it mean
which
attachment?
one?
Grandalu? Or
No.
no?
Oh, I see. Okay. No, but Laukika Granthalu means generally it is text. Text
Yeah,
cycle.
that's why I told.
There's another word, not K-N-O-T, not also Granda, no? Not,
That is
not, yeah.
I think Granth.
So attachment, could be attachment too.
Granthi.
Mudichu,
So,
Tamil
brother,
yeah.
that is called Granthi.
Okay.
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 This is Grantha.
Okay.
Okay. So, it's similar words. Maybe they are related, but it's slightly different. What we are talking about is Granthi, which is the knots. But generally, that Granthi is used in a negative sense in the Vedanta.
Yeah.
Okay.
What does it mean by this worldly texts?
So the thing is, even if they do not have any worldly knowledge, so a classical example is Gopikas. They were even illiterate. They have not studied or read anything. Even without that, they rose to very great heights of devotion. Is the way I would put it. Then some of the texts which we study also can even what we are studying is also from a Laukika perspective only, but it's a scripture, but related to the world. That's what I would say.
The next sentence, the AI had translated it as just as a needle is drawn like by a magnet.
No, Rai is what is it? Sudananta.
Sudantu Railanti. Sri Hari Kalyan Gunavu. Sudantu. From the pin or a needle.
Yeah, but the Rai, is it magnet? Can we take it as magnet?
No, Rai inte stone da.
Sitaram, we will ask. Sitaram, you are the Rai.
Yeah, it is magnet only. Sudi unto Rai means the Rai.
Correct. Sudu unto Rai.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
unto Rai. Okay. Thank you,
Yes.
Sitaram. See, you were we were the Sudu and you became the unto Rai.
I read it as Sudantu.
That's okay. Thank you,
Yeah.
Sitaram.
Thank
No
you.
problem.
So, Sudu unto Rai. Okay. Ayaskantam?
Same.
Something like that, yes. Yes, Sister Aruna.
Thailand, brother. See the union with God, right? Even the Dvaita Upasana worship even external mean dualistic philosophy. Even they also by praying with that sense of mind also they can merge with the Lord. Am I right?
Yeah, I think this is what Vani was mentioning, that
It's
we
God.
also during bhajan sometimes we feel one, we forget everything else and only the Lord is remembered. So that is also a kind of merger. Salokya Mukti, Samipya Mukti, it's a kind of merger only. So that is also oneness. It may not last for too long. When the bhajan ends, maybe we do not have that. I think so that maybe because of Dvaita perspective, that's what the merger is. Feel one with the Lord when we are singing loudly or dancing with joy.
Okay, so
We can ask Vani to elaborate.
No, what I meant was while, as you said, while that activity was happening, whether it's bhajan or chanting or watching a puja or whatever the activity, which is an external type of activity, while that is happening, we are thinking of God and we're thinking of Swami, and then we only think of Swami. We forget what's happening around us and all that. So that's what I meant, but I guess that ends. There is an ending to it.
Yes. Thank you.
One more question I want to ask. Laukika, instead of Grandhalu, what is Grandhalu? Sitaram has to say that.
Books only, auntie. Books or texts is the correct form.
Grandalu.
Yeah, Grandalu. Grandalayam we say, right, for library, like that, Grandalu.
It need
Or
not
books.
Granthalu. It's Grandalu, no?
Ama. It's one word.
Al-
Plural of
Alpaka-
Grantha.
Okay.
Thank
So
you.
the Laukika Granthalu. I mean, they are not in the worldly. They don't have any worldly experience.
Knowledge. Ramakrishna is a great, example
Okay.
also.
They're not learned people like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Just in the previous section, Swami had said the relationship in Vishishta Advaita, how the sadhaka thinks of the Lord is just as the jiva is the atma of the body, the Lord is the atma of the jiva. And here also in Dvaita, Swami saying that the relationship is that between jivatma and paramatma. So isn't that the same thing?
See, the one is inside, one is outside. See, Swami explained this as, there's a big circle. Next to it, there's another small circle. So Dvaita also there is a circle and a big circle. It is just that they think that small circle is outside the big circle. Okay. In the case of Vishishadvaita, the small circle is inside the big circle.
Okay.
But it's still separate, but it's inside. Okay, that's a slight difference. Yes, there are two circles. But what is the relationship is slightly different in perspective. But it's circle only. I think that's the way I understand.
Thank you.
Yes, Sister Aruna.
Brother, I just wanted to understand with this Dvaita, Visista Dvaita and Advaita, even Dvaita and Visista Advaita also, you can merge with the Lord, or it's going to be only temporary. Only Advaita will take it to the final, like a merge kind of. Because if it's a bhajan ended, the temporary union with God, you come out, kind of feeling is only the feeling is Dvaita, or until the merger, real merger will not happen until you come to Advaita. Oh, in Dvaita also it's happened. And Visista Advaita also it's possible. I just wanted to understand, even though you are explaining with the two circles, one is outside, one is inside, one is whole. So that's it's. I wanted to see whether other way of the Visista Advaita and Dvaita also allow union with Lord or merge with the Lord. Can you please?
Okay, I think I'll open it up for discussion.
Thank you.
Yeah, 5 minutes, but anyone can speak up.
Sayonara, brother.
Yes.
Usually the Dvaitam is well elaborated in by different people in Tamil, no? Tamil literature, Sahitantam. So they believe, they follow Madhvacharya's main. So they go to the Shivaloham and there they keep separately from Lord, enjoying the bliss of the Lord. That's their definition. And they are never part of creation or preservation or dissolution, which God does. So they have that. They have no that. They don't have that right or power. So they just below the feet of in his world. They are living happily. That is the end of Dvaita. But for the Visiddha Advaitam, as you said, and they believe that they are in the God. They are in the God. The Dvaitam, they are outside the gods because they won't be a part of the creation, preservation, resolution. So in Advaitam, of course, what I say is Advaitam was never, there was never talk of two, always one. Only we are the reflection of the one. We are the reflection of the one. They never talk about the two, the Advaitam. So the spiritual practice for the Advaitist is to get it up that the wrong notion that I am separate from him. No, so that's the main thing. So when we understand we are the reflection of God, so that means God is reflected in my consciousness or in my chittam or whatever it is reflected. So if the mind is dissolved, then there is no two. So only the Advaiting is get rid of the mind. That is what they are working for it. And so they always think that they are reflection of God. They never separate it. But in other cases, in the Visuddhadvaitam, inside the God, and for the Dvaitam, we are outside the God. This is what the theories used to say. You know. I just stop it.
Thank you very much, brothers. Thank you. Yes, Sai Satish.
Sir, I mean, so long as the body exists, Dvaitam exists. So long as Ahankaram exists, Vishishtadvaita exists. And only when Aham is there, then Advaita is there. So accordingly, I think even when any of the experience during bhajan and so on, helps us to skim the surface of what it is to have that feeling. But then again, the mind emerges. So every time we try to merge, the mind makes it emerge. So if it's going in that shuttle process of merge and emerge, then it is still trying to, it comes back to the Dvaita realm only. But when one goes absolutely and feels themselves being part of the Lord, the closest that you can get to Advaita is Vishishtadvaita, where still that frame of that Ahankaram exists. And then when that also is totally effaced, like what we said at the end, when the person drops their mortal coil, and what we were reading in the other study circle, also like in terms of how they the whole of the jiva part goes into the heart, and from there the subsequent journey happens to Surya Loka and then Brahma Jnana to become Advaita. That's a separate piece, but I just wanted to put it in the realm of body, Dvaita, Ahankara, Vishishtadvaita, and then Aham as Advaita. Saira.
Thank you, Satish. Yes, Vani.
Hi, Ram. So I was just going to mention that, when we are singing bhajans and all that, it was just like, for a moment. Liberation happens when we are constantly feeling the presence of God. And that liberation is that we learned as Salokya, Samipya, Sarupya, Sayujya. So these are states of being, and that's how Swami is saying that, these things don't come after death. This is while we are living. And if we are constantly aware of Swami being with us, or we are awareness of Swami, that is, Salokya, then we are thinking of Swami is with us, is Sami, Pia, Sarupya, we become like Swami, Sarupya, and Sayujya is that we just merge and we just become one. So that's what I understood as this union piece.
Yes, thank you. Very nice. So some people think only Sayujya is full merger. Full merger means you complete, but the others also merger of some kind. That's reality. Mukti and Mukti, it's considered a merger. Yes, thank you. Yes, Sister Shivani.
Sai, now I think it's 4:31. I'll hold on to my question until
4:31.
next 4:30. Hold on till next week. Maybe Bhagawan is prompting. Just hold on to that.
Okay, sister.
He's a motivator. Sai.
Thank you, Sairam. So we'll close the session. I think it was very involved discussion. I'm sure we will discuss more next week. Sairam, we'll close with Samastaloka prayer. Sairam. Om Samastaloka Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastaloka Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastaloka Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Sai Ram, everyone.
Thank you,
Sai
Sai
Ram.
Ram.
Sai Ram.